What
Hey, Mark, you gotta put stonks on the intro, man.
Yeah, no, Stonks will be on Wednesday, Doug. Yes, absolutely. Didn't get a chance to
Ooh.
do it because, I was being a good son. Mother's Day, I was kind of tied up. But yes, absolutely. Stonks will be on there Wednesday. So get ready,
Hey,
Stonks.
awesome,
Old Johnny boy.
awesome, dude.
And that was fun. That was a fun interview.
That was
If you guys
good.
missed it.
We kept him on for a bit. He was part of the show for like the first hour.
Yeah, we kept on. Yeah, I hope Stonks didn't have stuff to do because we're like, you're in,
We
buddy.
kept him on.
Like, what do you think about these cards? You're pulling them. You're grading them for us.
We had the stonks meter for all the packs.
Yeah, it was like the Shawno meter.
Stonksometer. The stonksometer was going crazy.
What is it?
No, man, hey.
MetaZoo Games had a big win of the poll, so I still have that sitting here if they want to send it. They got to claim it. It's on them.
Oh man, yeah. So hey, guys, busy weekend, but it seems like they're easing us into this week. Not a lot of drops this week. Some people are saying Nightfall skateboards are coming out Friday for MetaZoo, so if you're interested in that. But for the most part, Mark, Matt, I didn't see too many drops going on, but that's fine with me. I got some things I got to catch up on as far as getting things in order for grading and things of that nature. Because the grading shit has just gotten ridiculous for me. It's gotten out of control. I got to refocus.
Yeah. We'll talk about that later this show, Doug. But yeah, I think we've been talking about in the Discord for a while now. Like, I think you know what we mean. Doug will hit you with knowledge in the morning. Like, look at this shit. I can't believe this. This is unbelievable. And yeah.
But it's just it's funny though. Like you say that now. Like, look how ridiculous this is. And like, just quickly before we even just get into the show in full, I just want to say like one thing we've learned before out of everything that has been going on. One thing we learned is that it really feels like PSA just pissed down their leg here, and they've given away a market share that was unexpected to everybody. But we'll talk more about it.
Yeah, absolutely. What's up, the dude Lucas? Jody, what's up, man? How's
Jody,
it going?
good to see my guy.
Bro, Lectors, Cheese, Only Fantasy Cuts, how you guys going? Unpro, who's really a pro, it's all lies. How you guys doing?
Very professional.
Jeez.
Yeah, and I don't know, hopefully you listed, if you had some Funko stuff, hopefully you listed it in dollar bills and not wax, because that wax price, woo-wee!
Coming down.
Hold on. That crypto's getting weird. But those physicals are hanging tight, so that's something, we'll look at that later today, too. Dead Killer Panda, what's up, man?
What up?
And Doug, we also have the opening of the Leaf Pop Packs.
That's what I'm jacked up for.
So, I don't know, I might get a one-on-one later
You gonna pull that
today.
Estevez one?
If I do, dude, I'm gonna be so excited.
Well, let me ask you this: so what are we supposed to take from that? That they were selling so well, they had some to give away for free. Is that what the assumption is here? It's like, you know how much ass we're kicking? We're making too much money. Let's start giving some of these away for free.
That was hilarious. I have no idea, Doug. That's I feel bad for them that they thought people would want these. I did it as kind of like a fun kind of gag thing.
But you sold some stuff, didn't you, Mark?
Yeah. Oh, do you want to? Well, we could save it for later in the show. But I
Yeah.
think I sold I think I got at least half my money back. So I'm not.
That's a win. That's a net positive. I don't care what the math says.
Let's get this thing started because there's a lot of things I want to jump into. That like I think this is going to be like a long kind of talk on this, guys. 'Cause here's the thing. Let's just talk about grading cards right now. Let's talk about the way to turn some of your cardboard investments into something a little bit bigger, right? Get a little bit bigger margin. And one of the things we were impressing upon people early on, we were talking about this, and this is months ago to now, is that really you don't want to send a lot of things to PSA right now that are 150. It's too expensive. 200 is too expensive. Wait for them to open up lower tiers. $50 for 90 days. We were still saying like, look, yeah, maybe your very top end stuff, do that. Because that's fine. You get the PSA slab, it'll cost you $50. It'll be 90 days. That's fine. Anything else, don't do it. Then all of a sudden, Matt, the game changed a little bit. Unexpectedly, CGC has basically come for the head of PSA, and they're putting up a fight, gang.
Yeah, CGC is basically doing what SGC should have done a year or 2 years ago when PSA first shut down, when SGC was still kind of taking submissions when PSA shut down, but SGC was not prepared for the onslaught of submissions that they were getting, and they just completely fell apart. Whereas CGC, granted, PSA has been open since then, but they have gradually opened up the tiers, and they still haven't opened up what I would imagine, Doug, you can offer your opinion, what I would imagine is their most profitable tier, which is the bulk submission. I imagine that's where the majority of people send their stuff to PSA during more common times.
Yeah.
That's what killed PSA also.
Yes.
Is it's forced PSA to upgrade, start being able to handle more and more and more submissions and start building out. And the problem is that takes time. Here's the thing. CGC kind of is already pre-ready to grade anyway. Like they were doing comics, and then they built out, and it's like, okay, we'll do trading card games. We'll move to sports cards under our CSG banner, and then they got a huge influx of cash, right? A huge influx of cash by a bunch of different investors, and I mean, obviously Jay-Z is involved as well with his whatever the hell his investment group's called. But here's the thing, gang, like CGC actually has the money to keep this up and kind of just keep moving. You know what I mean? Like CGC has the money to compete, and I think they jumped out nowhere for PSA, totally unexpected to PSA that CGC would be able to do this, and their Pokemon grades, they're competing. I mean, that's probably the best way to put it, Matt. They are competing, and that's unexpected at $15 a slab. It's totally unexpected, and they're doing it.
Yeah, I at this point, kind of going off what you were saying before, unless you have sports cards that are a little higher tier, I would not send anything to PSA right now. Especially if it's TCG, send it all to CGC.
Yeah, TCG, you got to send it all to CGC.
You have to send it all to CGC.
I think that's a simple rule, right? That's kind of right now. You'd have to have something very special. You'd have to I mean, even that, I don't even know. Tokito, what's up, man? Welcome.
It's blowing my mind is what it's doing. I'll be honest with you. My mind is blown by the fact that CGC, literally, we just said that on the show, is like, send any trading card game you have to CGC. Now, CGC had just started grading Yu-Gi-Oh! And there are a few listed now, Mark, you'll see. Not tremendous prices, not beating PSA in anything. And also, you haven't seen any high grades. I haven't seen any real boppers come out of the early wave of Yu-Gi-Oh! Which makes me feel like, CGC is keeping with their trend. They do not grade anything high.
Are you looking just regular 10s, perfect 10s, or are you just saying kind of just overall? You're just not seeing it.
Overall, the overall grades are just low. I mean, I'm talking gem mints too. You're seeing all the 9s, 8s, 7s, all that stuff, 4, 6s, whatever. You're not seeing the 9.5,
6s and 7s still selling over there, or?
But take a look, Mark. We're right here on eBay. Do Yu-Gi-Oh! CGC. You'll take a look. They're not, not necessarily doing great.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Like Rufio?
Right. So, just take a look. The grades are a little lower. And I think there's only been one sale of a CGC. And it didn't even come up for your search. And I think it's been one. I think it was like a CT14, a Blue Eyes White Dragon. So a 10, collector's 10, Blue Eyes White Dragon. And I think it was a 9 that sold for $59, which is less than a PSA
this one,
so for. Yeah, there you go. VP1. Okay, so that's different than what I thought. But again, that sold for less than what PSA 9 on that card would sell for. That being said, the guy got what he asked for. I'm wondering how long it's going to take, if it will take at all, that CGC will pass PSA on Yu-Gi-Oh cards. We don't know. Yu-Gi-Oh collectors were ignored by CGC as well. CGC didn't start grading them until 2 weeks ago now? 3 weeks ago?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You're not seeing... it's so hard to find these, Doug. Like, I see a handful here and there, but there's just not many CGC Yu-Gi-Oh,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, it's not. So here's the thing, right? That's the only holdout. That's the question. PSA better open their bulk and get it quick. And get it open quick and have the turnaround times be decent if they want to salvage part of the collecting trading card game stuff. Because I'm telling you, Mark, it's crazy what the CGC 10 is doing. Matt, I think you'll agree. I'm not sure I was prepared to see the CGC 10 prices do what they were doing. And I mean, not even the perfect ones, the pristine 10s doing what they're doing. It's crazy.
Yeah. And I know I have been, and you have been as well, very staunch defenders of PSA. And the PSA always offered the best value. Maybe not the best value, especially as they're kind of reopening tiers, but certainly offered the highest possible value for a graded card. Like a PSA 10 always trumped everything outside of a black label BGS 10. But now we've seen so many instances where CGC 10s, and maybe not even pristine like perfect 10s, where CGC 10s are comparable to PSA 10s, which never in a million years would I've thought.
You're seeing pristine 10s kick the shit out of.
We saw that Charizard that sold for 6 times as much.
That was crazy.
6 times.
It doesn't make sense. The beauty of CGC, and I will say this, like, if you like, and she's making a good point. I mean, if you hold the slab, it feels quality.
Yeah.
Right, man? I mean, it feels like a premium grade to you. This doesn't feel cheap. Mark, you have one up there of...
I have the CSG thing, but yeah, it feels
same
thicker and heavier. It's just an overall better feel. Absolutely.
It has a premium feel. So here's what's blowing my mind is I'm sitting here on this show, and if you watched us and we started a year ago, I mean, it's crazy to think that I'm like, yeah, man, you're sitting here, and I think CGC is the better value, and I think PSA can open back up, and there's no way PSA is hitting the $15 50 days that CGC is.
Yep.
And I'm telling you, I don't even think PSA has a way to stop this. They don't have a way to stop the bleeding. I don't think I'm turning back to PSA unless they do something drastic.
Yeah, I agree with you.
And the market would have to...
the market would have to accept that as well, because it's getting to the point where it's not just a matter of people preferring to send it to PSA to get graded, or I'm sorry, to CGC, but people are preferring to buy CGC graded cards. So it's not a matter of just like, we're going to send it here because it's cheaper and we get a faster turnaround. People are also preferring to buy the cards graded by CGC, which is half the battle and usually the hard part.
Right? Yeah.
That's my blog. Mark, I need you to scroll to the top here. You kind of scroll down. Go up to the top. You had the Galler region, those guys. Okay, so the Galler Friends, right? What would Galler Friends PSA take over? I'm sure somebody did that. So maybe to even do another tab, Mark, and just do. Or you have right there, Pokemon 10 CGC, or MetaZoo Skateboard, whatever. Yeah, Galler Friends. Just do.
Yeah, you know that's right. PSA 10.
Yeah, then do PSA 10. I don't know if you put Japanese Galler Friends, but okay, they want that, but they didn't get. Go to Solds. Let's see what Solds. What have Solds done?
Let's take a look.
Because I think you can ask for what you want. $299, $299 best offer
compared to
$260. And this one's a bid
at auction, and that's at auction. But do you have an auction
close,
for me from
about the same?
$270.
Do they have? I'm looking. I see when they did an auction.
Yeah, I mean it's
35
weird
bids,
to me.
305.
About the same.
Well,
About the same.
Hoping gets you a little bit. That's blowing my mind right now, man. And again, Matt, that's a new card. That's a new one.
So,
and that to me, the 10 shouldn't matter. They should come out pretty good condition, if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So a question I wanted, and I posed this to you a week or two, Doug, is, and especially now that we've seen kind of what the potential ceiling is for a CGC 10 on like a Charizard card. We saw it sell for $1,800. Whether or not that's an anomaly, who knows? But I think it's proof that we don't know what the ceiling is for some of these cards. So I would caution you, if you get these cards, like, don't be afraid to list it what you perceive to be unreasonably high, because we don't know what it's worth. Mm-hmm. The worst thing you could have done with a card like that is list it. The Charizard we're talking about is listed for $300, $400, $500, assuming that it's worth the same as a PSA 10, because we don't know what it's worth.
Saying, great point, Matt. Even saying like, oh man, what if you're like, oh, it's $200 more? You'd still get kicked in the dick over
exactly.
Yeah, this is a whole brand new era, guys. And the thing is if you don't mind waiting 50 days, I sure as fuck don't mind.
I don't.
No, I don't. 2 months? Come on, who cares? Or, whatever.
We sent a shipment in, and we sent it in when it was at the 120-day level. Like, remember that early in the year, January, it was at 120 days. Like, a couple weeks after we sent it in, they lowered it to 50. We didn't quite get in on that lower speed for some reason. But we got it. We got them back relatively quick. Still, I mean, what's 120 business days? I think we got it back before that anyway, guys. Yeah. But I mean, I think the point is that the speed at which these are turning around, even if PSA offered this level, what in the hell would they charge you, right?
Yeah.
So then now we're talking, people are going to start sending brand new cards into CGC. You're going to see a lot more 10s. And the way these 10s are turning around, this is getting crazy. Like, this is going to be ridiculous until the 10s cool off. And Matt, my opinion of it is there's going to be new cards. We're going to see more 10s coming soon, I would guess. But how long is it going to take the market to catch up to something like that? That sort of information. It could be a long time. You could be sitting here banking for over 12 months, 24 months until the world starts to realize what's happening.
Right. And that's kind of, when you asked that question hypothetically, I thought to myself, like, probably a year, maybe a year at minimum for kind of the market to catch up with the amount of 10s that are getting in there. Because obviously if you look at the population reports, like PSA is considerably higher. So there's a pretty solid track record of what their PSA 10s are worth, because there's a lot of in existence. There's a lot of data on that. Whereas CGC, with a lot of these cards, like, people are kind of figuring out what is a reasonable amount to pay for these, what they're worth, what their market value is. And it's going to take like a cycle to really figure out what it's worth compared to PSA. But in the meantime, like, take advantage of it.
Yeah, absolutely. And Doug, just kind of like, this is kind of more hypothetical. Like, what would PSA have to do to like regain their position or their? I mean, they already kind of have it, but are they going to need to change their slabs? I mean, are they going to have to?
This
do
is
pretty
the
big
concern.
things?
This is the concern I would have for them and all this fucking money they invested in themselves. And Nat Turner, the new owner, they're fine with sports cards, and they're going to circle their wagons and protect their sports cards because I don't think CSG stands a fucking chance. This new slabs are still shit. Here's the thing, though, Mark. I don't know what they could do to jump on CGC's level. CGC offers you these great 10s, these pristine 10s, the perfect 10s. The perfect 10s have a market now, and people are seeing that they're performing. I'm not sure what in the hell you can do. Honestly, I don't know what they can do. Honestly, the answer to me is nothing. Yeah. If I have a perfect car or a car that I think's great, and I'm looking at, do I send a PSA? Do I send to CGC? And I'm saying all things being equal. I'm talking speed and price being the same. At this point, and this pains me to say this because you guys know me, I'm sending it to CGC.
Oh, man.
I mean, this is just wild, but it's true because you saw those Charizards. I mean, if it's perfect, it's perfect.
Do you think, you know how they have a perfect 10, pristine 10? Do you think PSA needs that perfect marking?
How?
That Gem 10, but Gem 10 Plus? You know what I mean?
How would they do it? Because too many cards have already been graded. They've graded millions upon millions of cards. The market already exists. They know what PSA scale is. PSA exists on its scale. And then you're telling me you're going to add something else? That'll piss me off if I paid up for a fucking PSA 10 have it. And then somebody can get a PSA 10 Plus and jump my grade. So I paid to get the top level PSA card. Oh, but look, we just made something could be above you. It's like a suck my dick, you know?
Yeah, so really they just need to get their shit together, customer service, pricing, and turnaround. I mean, really, it's what it sounds like, you know?
Mark, there's no way. They can't do it. I said all things being equal, I'm still going with CGC. What they need to happen is to somehow stop CGC's operations. Like, send them over
Take them out. Well, they buy them,
Professor
right?
Chaos
they all merge, you know, all that thing. Mergers and acquisitions. That's how you stop
They don't have money.
And it's been happening it's been happening a while.
I don't know that Nat Turner has as much money as the backers.
I was going to say, I don't think it,
It's the other way around.
When they were publicly traded, maybe there was a chance. There's not a chance now. Good luck. And I wouldn't buy him if I'm CGC. I'd let him slowly die. I'd be like, all right, good luck. Because CGC's got the comics on lock. CGC has these trading card games on lock. Yeah, sports cards is PSA, and PSA realizes that, and that's a huge market. Don't get me wrong. It's not like they have nothing left. But for what we're talking about on this show, CGC is where I'm going.
Yeah.
Period. And there's great opportunities. I mean, look at some of this bullshit people are getting big money for. It's ridiculous.
I was thinking about that as you were saying it. Like, what would PSA have to do to get my business? Just hypothetically using TCGs as an example. Like, if they had the exact same price, the exact same turnaround, and no changes to like add a pristine 10, for example, I would still send it to CGC, which is just mind-blowing. I feel like an idiot.
The game has changed.
I carried the water for PSA for so long.
Yeah. Well, you know, you guys are being honest about it. You guys are being right about it. And the proof is in the dollars. And that's kind of, you know, maybe we didn't, you know, flip around on the first day, but man, we got there. It might have taken a month.
It would be worse if we didn't acknowledge this and we just kept saying PSA was the way to go, and clearly it's not.
No, and there'd be plenty of people that would do that. Yeah. You know who you are.
That's the thing. There are a lot of guys out there like who do this, who maybe don't even do the research. Like, let's give them the benefit of the doubt and just say they're idiots. And don't do the research. It's like, oh, PSA will be fine. That's all. That'll be fine. Or go to DSG. Like this DSD shit. Can we kill this today? Because this is a joke. CGC came in around the same time DSG for trading card games and just blew everything up. And we got idiots over here talking about these glittery ass labels. Like, get out of here. Go. If you want to send stuff to DSG, go waste your money. But look it. All I'm saying is the money's here. The money, people are putting their money into CGC. And Matt, like you made the point, Mark, you made the point, both you guys made great examples. Is like, it's not just that they have the market of people sending cards in. People are purchasing these cards.
Yeah. Crazy. And that's something to think about, guys, when you're saying, oh, you know, I think I overspent a little bit. I, you know, maybe bought a little too much. Well, maybe look at something to get graded and start thinking about selling it. Because that's, you know, work through it. You could always buy more. Once it sells, you could buy more. So think about it. There might be something you want to send to CGC and you know.
Well, so talk
strike
about
while
the
iron's
bulk.
hot.
I mean,
You got some good cards probably in your collection. Take a look. I mean, be honest with yourself. Say, does this look like a 10 or not? You know.
True. And Mark, one of the things is look, the bulk is 50. I mean, it's 50 cards. I get it. So 50 cards at 15 a piece. That's $750. And plus you have to have the cards to send in. That's a lot of money plus insurance, plus tax and all that stuff. So we are going to do group subs on our Discord. So we'll set that up for people who maybe don't have 50, don't want to throw $750 or something. But let's say you got like 5 to 10 really good cards. You're like, I got $200. You can get these graded. Yeah. Well, I mean, we'll set something up like that soon. But yeah, Mark, I'm excited. I'm excited about CGC, the opportunities now. Because I'm buying all sorts of different stuff I wasn't buying before.
Absolutely. And I would say any new TCG, I mean, that's something you have to do. And I know Cryptic sent out their email saying, hey, we're going to be graded day one. Mm-hmm. So that's just a big deal. If these other Kickstarters aren't doing that, like, wake up. Like, I don't know what
Mark,
you're
go
doing.
to the Discord. Tanner posted a picture of those riddle cards we got. CGC slabbed them up. He got some CGC slab. They look fantastic in CGC slabs. I'm sure we'll send ours in as soon as we can. Just to make them look good. I mean, that looks good. I know the big blue label isn't something a lot of people like. And honestly, what's a PSA level besides just red and black? I mean, it's kind of stupid anyway. Like, I think this is a little better. I like the slab, I guess, is my thing. They look good, guys. Those cards look good. They look good graded.
I'll give them a fire and a thumbs up here. All right. Any other reactions I should throw out there? All right. That's actually really cool. Yeah, no, thanks for bringing that up. I did not miss it. I was running around trying to set up the show, and then my computer wanted to update, and then everything just blew up, and the mics didn't work, and it was fun. It was a good Monday for me. Don't worry about it. I had a great Monday. But here's something. We got some cryptic stuff laying around. Doug, would you get that graded right away? Yeah.
Oh, 100%. I would. So here's the thing.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, wouldn't you get? I mean, Mark, our riddle stuff I would just send in. I mean, I think that'd be cool just to have slabbed as a collector. Like some of these things, I think are even really good at $15 pop. You're like, fuck, as a collector, I could, I could swing $15 on a couple and a couple for sale, and just have shipments done that way.
All right, well, we'll have to look at it, Doug. We'll think about it. Yeah, I have them too, so we'll figure it out.
How many were there? How many did we end up getting?
We got what, 10 packs, right? 10 packs of 10 cards. So I believe we have 100 cryptic cards.
Send them all in. Send them in.
One.
So but we got the
Why
Dave.
Not?
I left them all
Matt,
downstairs.
why not?
I think I moved them all downstairs when we were doing the opening. I want to spill them.
Mark, let me stop you there and just counter Matt real quick. Matt says every single one, almost jokingly, Matt.
No, I'm being serious.
No, but I'm saying, like, dude, CGC's so weird at $15. Like, I think you agree, Matt. Even Malarkey is at 10 is doing great. So it's like, fuck.
Well, roll
those dice.
I was talking to Mark because he showed me some of his MetaZoo cards that he was thinking about sending in, and they were reverse hollow cards that he probably got out of one of the booster boxes that we opened last.
I think it was one of the spell books. You got a reverse hollow and everything in the spell book. Yeah, I think that these are from a spell book.
So basically, at this point, just from Mark's perspective, his option is sell reverse hollow first edition for $3, $4, $5, $6, or you could pay $15, $16 or whatever with shipping to get it graded. Potentially make if it's a perfect 10 or a 10, $50, $60, $70, $80, $90. Even if it's a 9, you're still gonna probably break even on it. Could you sell a 9 reverse hollow artifact for $15, $20? You think?
I'm sure you could. So Cryptid Nation, like, I think, as time moves on, is going to get a little more respect because these other sets are doing not as great, but they're out there, right? People are buying them, they're trading, they're seeing the lower end stuff. Cryptid Nation 1 people are still, kind of being a little, a little stingy with, I'm not selling my Cryptid Nation 1 or Kickstarter stuff. I know that. So I think a lot of people are like me. So yeah, I think honestly, Matt, in the 50 days it takes to come back, it might even be a bigger profit than that for a freaking 9.
Yeah, very much. Yeah.
Yeah, and Cheese mentions Cryptid Nation 1's not tournament legal, and that's fine, because I don't think many people are playing with those cards anyway, just because they are kind of collectible. Yeah. Maybe some commons and stuff like that, and that'd be easy to replace on TCG Player, just sending out quarters for cards here. I mean, you could replace it, but it's just a little bit, I get
Jody
it.
asked if we had thousands of cards.
No, I buy and sell, man. I don't.
I never hold
at once. Do we ever have a hold at once? No, I don't think we ever have 1,000. A couple hundred, maybe at most.
I've gotten thousands and thousands graded, that's for sure. But I've never.
In our life, I probably have
like get them
200 at the moment, but that's just because they're listed, they haven't sold yet.
Yeah, I don't even know if I have that anymore. I know I don't have 200 anymore. I have, well, unless you count shitty sports cars that nobody wants, but but yeah, they move quick too, so it'd be real hard to build them 1,000 probably.
You're a baller. Maybe you got 1,000 to send in at once or something. Hey, some people might have a huge collection. Might be a thing, you know. And then
I'd love to send like
get insurance on that shipping. Holy shit.
Oh God, yeah, that's gonna be pricey.
And one thing we got to talk about that we haven't really mentioned because we're talking all this CGC stuff, and the MetaZoo tournament's coming up, and that's just kind of interesting. I think that might give things a little bit of a boost. People might pay a little bit more attention to some of the MetaZoo stuff, and we might see a bump in sales. What do you guys think? No, the $250,000 flying around.
It's good publicity.
I mean, how does a tournament, how does the actual game being played affect card games? I have no fucking idea. I don't know. I mean, do we see a ton of people actually playing Pokemon or collecting the cards? I'm sure there's more collectors than players. It's probably the same thing with MetaZoo. All it's going to do now is probably build out the player base, though. So you'll probably see CN2 and the like do better than actually CN1 because you can't even play with those. So.
Mm-hmm. But some of that prize money, you might bring in some new collectors and stuff like that too. They're going to see that amount of money flying around, saying, "Oh, this is more serious than I thought." Maybe I don't know. I mean, these are all hypotheticals. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But
I don't think it's not serious. I mean, I like it. I do.
I think it's going to grab a lot of eyes, and I think it's going to be. I think it's going to be I think it's going to be so hard to run that thing. Everyone's going to be trying to cheat. $250,000.
Sure.
Good luck, dude. Like good luck.
Sure.
Like I would leave all my hollows out all my good cards with Pringle, dude. I'll tell you that much. I'd leave them in the oven. How much of the money would go back to buying rare cards and stuff? Good point. Let's say you won $250,000 in MetaZoo tournament. Would you buy $50,000 in MetaZoo stuff?
Nope.
No, I don't think I would either. $10,000 MetaZoo stuff? Maybe.
I mean,
buy your other,
I'm assuming if I
hollow for $4,500.
Guys, I would think if I won it or like did well in the tournament, I would think, and this is just me spitballing it for you guys, I would think I'd already have a lot of MetaZoo stuff, so I probably don't want it anymore. Hey, can I bring up a card real quick, guys? That's kind of like just annoying me. Not annoying me. I just want to show you guys the example here. All right, so I looked up the Sylveon, Sylveonv, Sylveon. I'm sorry, Sylveon.
What?
Sylveonv. Okay, so that's a Japanese climax card, right? Somebody's got one. Oh, maybe not. Maybe. Let me see. Okay. What the hell am I looking at? I have no idea what I'm looking at. Hold on, Mark. Hold. Okay, there it is. Okay, so Sylveonv, and it's number 074. So just do that card, Mark. Type that card in.
Do that. What was the number, Doug? 07 what?
074. Hit enter. Now it's Japanese, so don't do sold. Oh, you just did sold. You ruined this guy. This guy ruined my
man,
hand.
sorry, Blue. Pretending no one saw that. No one saw that.
What I'm trying to show you, all I'm trying to show is it's like a $2 card. That's a $2 fucking card. Now, Mark, go back to the sold CGCs. Then.
Oh, here it is. There you go. $4, free shipping.
Okay. So go to the sold CGC 10 we just saw. Okay. And like what are we talking about here? This is a $2 card. You threw $15 on. Like, I've thrown money in a slot machine before. Let's do the damn thing, man. The only thing I will say that like this is different than like throwing money in a slot machine is your informed opinion, right? You'll be able to look at the card and say, okay, this looks perfect to me. And don't be a joker. I mean, if you see it and it looks perfect, send it in, man.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. If it's a $2 card,
The absolute,
you ain't got much to lose, man. Go buy that on eBay. You buy it, it's got a little nick in it. Right.
The amount of things we've spent $20 on and gotten zero money back, like using this as an example. Spent $2 on a card, spent $15, $16, $17 to get it graded. A $20 investment.
Mm-hmm.
The likelihood that you're not going to make, at the very least, worst case snenario, half of that back. Oh, we got a guest, yeah.
Oh, we got another interview coming on. How are we gonna rate this? Hot to cold.
All right, back. No, though, guys, Matt, you're right. That like, I don't know how many cheap cards like this could potentially be flipped into a $100 plus card, right? Mm-hmm. And like you said, Matt, you know what you're looking for, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, and it doesn't take an informed eye to do it.
Yeah. And I bet people know a lot about MetaZoo, so think about some of like the stuff you own and stuff like that. Like maybe you're gonna go buy some packs or something like that. Keep an eye out.
Yeah.
Do we want to bring up the MetaZoo skateboards? Just take a look at them.
Sure.
Revive. Because I think this is kind of an interesting market. Because it seems like if you pull a decent one, you're looking good, man. Even if you pull a bad one, as long as your promo's okay, you're like, I'll break even, right? So these are the sold. Here we go.
I think that Bigfoot looks super lame.
Yeah, Bigfoot with the boot with the pecs.
Yeah, man, I don't like that. Like, at $97, I think the people are starting to agree with that. Skateboard's cool. That's cool looking.
Because what are like general eBay fees? Like $100 or $150, something like that. 12.5%. Is that kind of what I want to think about it? Like that's pretty much what you're paying back. So someone sold your unredeemed Piazza Bird. All right, you're losing 12% of this, and you paid what, $115 for it or something with tax and all the BS.
Yeah.
They throw on the $100 thing, right?
So yeah, so you're
you
down
have
on
you got to
that.
sell another promo for $50. You can lose 12% or $60, $70, whatever it is. So you can make like $50 if you get two mediocre cards, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But if you get a big one, you're fine.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly right. If you get a couple of big ones or whatever, the money's there. It is.
Absolutely.
It's not like a giant profit because of how expensive it was and the fees involved, but it's nice. I mean, I don't know, I don't personally find any of these that I think I really, really want. Obviously, the Mothman is dope because it's so expensive, but the rest of it, I mean, there's nothing I'm really loving. Maybe Sam Sinclair is cool, I think.
Would you sell it closed? Just because the closed are
factory sealed 370.
Jeez.
Yeah,
I mean, wow.
That's the way. Keep it sealed. Yeah, I'd keep it sealed.
Because then you're only selling one thing, not two. I mean, it's just kind of.
Are you guys interested in the Nightfall ones after kind of running these prices a little through your head? You're like, okay, 127 minus 12.5%, and then another promo mat. I mean, I don't know.
I'm skeptical that the second edition of anything is going to do as well as the first edition of something, and maybe that's an unfair assessment. These have done considerably better than I thought.
Yeah.
Do I think that the next iteration is going to do as well or better? I don't, but
could be cool.
It's interesting. Like this one went for 120, but just a week ago or a few days earlier, it went for 76. So it's just like it's kind of where did it go?
Auctions
it's all
are a
over the
mistake.
place. So that they're both.
He accepted it. He accepted an offer.
Oh, he accepted an offer. Oh, I'm sorry, I missed that. Never mind.
And I don't know. Personally, for me, I don't know. Non-redeemable 56. That's a good price. So 60, 70 on the lower end non-redeemables. That's cool. So you'll make money on it.
Yeah, but with Nightfall, do you think that's going to be the same? I kind of cut everything in half with Nightfall, and that makes me think, this $300 closed box is going to be $150 closed, or something like that.
But let me give you an example though. Like, what would be cooler? How about like a Grim Reaper skateboard or a well-endowed chested
Bigfoot?
Big old
big breast over here.
Well,
no, I mean, I don't.
I how much do you think character matters in this? Like, we saw the reaction to Nightfall in comparison to Cryptid Nation First Edition. Like, Nightfall, the market did not want it, like in terms of resale value. I agree with you, Doug, that like all things being equal and taking value out of it, like, do I think a Grim Reaper skateboard would look better than a Bigfoot one? Yeah, I do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But will the market say that?
Oh, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
See, that's the thing, right? But the only difference between this and the trading card game stuff, guys, is this actually is on a skateboard, right? So it's actually on a product where, like, I think it would look cooler to have a Grim Reaper, and that matters than if I have the well-chested Bigfoot.
Yeah. And here we go. This is the latest one sold. Best offer accepted, so we don't even know. 370 to, who knows? 350, let's say. But who knows? But not bad. Not bad. Approaching 500? Not quite. But maybe. Eventually. But no, not quite. Maybe in listings. And that's a little. What do you think about sales and listings? Let's just take a quick look. 210 sold. What are the listings? I just haven't looked. 72 listed? Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
People are buying.
Yeah.
People are 100% buying, but I think it's probably slowing down because I think the people who want it got it at this point. So if you want it, you got it. you're gonna have to wait for the next wave for these to come up, as far as like next wave of people being interested in a skateboard from MetaZoo.
Oh, like, yeah, we've kind of talked about this before. The market just isn't big enough for $1,000, $200, $300 items. Like, these need to be $20 items or something. They're just not, you're not gonna be able to sell it.
Yeah.
You need to be first to the market on a lot of this stuff. So
Yes.
even though this is going up a little.
Although in this case, like, it didn't matter. So, and that kind of brings me to a point I wanted, and we've talked about this before. Jippy Chap talked about he always sold his at $180. Like, yeah, it sucks seeing what you sold it for and how the market has gone since then, but you can't predict the future.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you made a
Right.
profit on it. You should feel good about that. Whatever happens after that is out of your control. Like, I sold the Tom Brady PSA 10 refractor last year for $1,400. It's worth like $8,000 right now. Like, do I hate that? Yeah, I do, but at the time I'm like, wow, $1,500 bucks. Like, I'll take that.
Profit's profit.
Profit is, yes, you can't-
Don't get too caught
Yeah,
up in it, because
yeah.
you're gonna kill yourself thinking about that. Oh, if I sold everything at the top, yeah. No one does that though. If I bought Bitcoin at a dime and I held it till today, well, shit. I mean,
No one would've held it
would have
that
done
long.
that. You would have
It's-
sold
yeah.
it at $1. Like, don't bullshit me. Like, you know what
They
I mean?
could have sold it at $1,000.
Right.
Yeah, like,
Right.
yeah. You tell me you would have held through that. Like, get out of here. Like, so it's just one of those things. Just be, don't worry about it.
Don't beat yourself up over something like that.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
But think about it this way, also, guys. It's like, hey, you got $1,400, Matt. You probably turn that $1,400 into what other cards, what other investments, what other things.
I have no idea, to be honest with you.
keep it
Something
growing.
cool. I
Yeah.
enjoyed whatever I got
Something
out
cool.
of it.
Yeah.
It could be something dope. You could have bought 100 other cards. I don't know,
Yeah.
but that's the thing is, you could keep that money growing. Think of it that way. You needed a quick infusion to keep your profits moving forward. Hell yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and hey, if you get stuck with the skateboard, maybe it looks cool. You're gonna put it on the wall. I mean, there's really kind of not too many. This isn't. You're actually got a tangible thing. You're not really just stuck with a piece of cardboard. You could do. It's like more of You could put it up.
Get out there and
you
skate,
know.
Mark. Get out there and use it.
I think if you
It's
just
got some
hung up
utility.
a card, people are like, what?
Yeah.
If you have
Just one single card. Just nail it
one
up.
single card. Just put a.
Guys, here's the hidden thing about these skateboards that I will say, these cards. Send them in, get them graded. What are we talking about? Like, I don't
Yeah,
know,
right?
but you could make some decent money on these two promos that are relatively limited.
I would grade that, and these look in good shape. Yeah,
Yeah.
so maybe that might be something you want to consider once you see how these kind of promos go. Maybe scoop one up, go get it
Absolutely.
graded.
Absolutely.
Even the lesser ones are probably the ones you can get easier. Yeah, that's interesting, Doug. And I'm surprised more people didn't do that. This is a nice card, but first to market, I get it, or whatever. They want to make their profit. Get out. Like, maybe you own a ton.
Well, exactly. Yeah, some people are quick, real quick flippers, and you see that with everything we do, like Mattel Hot Wheels. You see it with Monster High. You see it literally anything we've been investing in. People will buy, try to sell real quick, make their little profit, move on, and which is totally fine. But for the rest of us, there's a way to make money on these guys who are flipping early. Like, you probably make more than they made.
Yeah, and it's tough because maybe you just got it like today, and someone got it. How long ago? All of that stuff is kind of just iffy. And,
Sure.
Yeah, wasn't there the artist promo stuff? Is that still making its way out, or what is there? Is that what it
Fan
was?
art packs.
Is that
Fan
what's
art.
making its way out now? So
Yeah.
stuff like that. It's kind of like first to the market kind of stuff. I mean, did
Sure.
anybody look at the fan art stuff?
I sold my blisters when I got them, so I haven't looked since.
fan art. Should I even do blister? Or just fan
No,
art?
I'll be alright. Yeah. So someone took the pack and is selling the coin.
But you get that coin.
$12.50. Hey, I want all the coins, so maybe that's me. Maybe I'll just go scoop up the coin. Nightfall boards were on that MetaZoo Discord. That's cool. See, and there you go. Like, if people like to look at them, you're gonna hang it up on their wall.
Well, so if Mothman is in the Nightfall series as well, isn't
It's gonna be the different looking.
right? But
Yeah.
it's the same character. Like, I have a hard time believing that the Nightfall version of Mothman is going to be worth nearly as much as the Cryptid Nation version. I don't know. Who knows?
Unless you have the matching hoodie, which I do. So.
Like,
Doug, the red one, that's actually really good.
Yeah.
That's kind of interesting. Do you want to open up some pop packs? I mean,
yes, please.
Should we need to spice up
Give
your
the
life?
people what they want, Mark.
I mean, that's what I've heard people saying. Like, hey,
Streets are talking.
We need one of your graphics. Do you have one for a big pull?
uh,
Waxing
what do I
poetically.
got?
Waxing.
we got?
No, that's not.
Ed O'Neill.
No. Waxing eloquently.
That's the one I was looking for. Why does Al Bundy look like a total creep in that picture? He looks
love
like
that Mark
a
just
drunk.
Ooh, this is a little unfortunate.
That's not the best picture they could have used.
This is what you get when you show up here. Get Al Bundy looking at you like that. Oh, this is the Bro Set Power Football too. Thanks, Leaf. So, if you guys don't know what these are Pop Century Leaf cards, and they sent out free packs to people.
So can you go over again? You had to have bought these packs before, or just have a wax wall?
I believe you had to buy them before.
Damn it.
And if you remember, I did a live buy along as like a joke kind of thing, and just spent what did I spend? $30 on packs. So.
And you're rich now, right?
Yeah, we'll see.
Ooh, what's a Prisma versus a Crystal?
Okay, I believe Crystal is the more. No, I know Crystal is the more rare. So.
Ooh, save that for the end, buddy.
There we go. All right, let's unpack this thing, guys. Let's do it.
I'm so excited. And I just can't hide it. Bum, 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 bum. I'm about to lose control, and I think I like it. Whoa!
Emilio.
Oh,
wow.
Jamie Kennedy.
All right, guys.
Whoa, Mark, look at that dual auto. Look at that dual auto.
Denise Richards and Charlie Sheen. Are you kidding me? A number
Whoa.
5?
Whoa.
5 out of 5, I think, yeah?
How about that? That's a huge one. And then another Millie Bobby Brown Prismatic Blue. I don't know, 7. That seems really low.
I like that Anthony Michael Hall. That's sweet.
Anthony Michael Hall, number 90. Oh, man. Lindsay Lohan, number 15. Okay, let's go find my...
Is this a hot pack?
See how rich we are. Let's see how
Is that
rich
a
we
God
got
pack?
today, huh?
Is that what they call them nowadays?
Anything with Anthony Michael Hall is.
God pack.
That's a God pack, for sure. For sure, a God pack.
All right.
Only thing that was missing was Cisco.
Everyone loves
Only thing that
Travolta.
was missing was Cisco.
Oh, I didn't get a Cisco. Okay, so this is out of 20.
Out of 20.
Oh, man, I thought it was out of 5.
What's my number 7? You are out of 50. I think that's it. I think that's the rest of these are out of 50. 100. Okay, so that was bad.
But you got Charlie Sheen.
But I got the autographed Charlie Sheen. So
What's that go for? Is any listed?
Ooh, 5.
Oh boy.
Oh, man.
Right, okay.
1,000? 5,000?
Yeah, $1,000.
4.9.
Oh,
We'll
5
undercut
on
him.
its own.
So
Mark,
what
I don't
would you
know,
make,
man.
about
The way wax
$2
is
here on
dropping.
cards? 3, 4, 5?
Ooh, yeah, probably. What's this Lindsay Lohan? 7 wax? There we go.
Oh yes. Lindsay Lohan is making a comeback. I saw she's in commercials for Planet Fitness.
Oh, there you go. 6.9.
If that counts as a comeback to some.
Wow, that was an exciting pack, guys. You want more?
Yes.
You got it. All right. Okay, here we go.
So that was the better one, or this is the better one?
This is the better one.
Oh man, I'm jacked up.
The crystal pack. All right, let's do it.
I kind of like how it just throws all your cards at you.
Me too. Yeah.
That's like my favorite part of it, I think.
SATUYDAY 9 SAT. Whoa. I like the presentation. Let's be honest with
They spent all of their money on that right there. Whoa, Carmen Electra in the building.
Carmen Electra at number 8. That's got to be something.
Ashley Green hot pack.
You got an Anthony Michael Hall. You got a bunch of people I don't know.
Oh, here we go.
You got the bad Pete Weber.
A couple Holly Sanders and a couple Carmen Electras.
A couple Ashley Greens, man.
And a couple Ashley Greens. This is another God pack.
Clumping. Where's Mike?
Crystal Black. I don't think I've seen Crystal Black before. We'll see. Wow.
Oh, man.
I mean,
Oh,
amazing.
man.
Once
Wow.
again. Once again.
Wow.
Guys. Let's see. So this Carmen Electra is out of 10.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Nice job, Mark.
Where's
What
there another
are
one?
people paying for a picture of Carmen Electra's autograph? That's what I want to know.
Oh,
A digital
Doug, this
picture
one.
of
This
a
one
JPEG.
doesn't. No one has it up yet. That'd be the first
You
one.
set the market.
Same with the Ashley
Whoa.
Green. Same with the Holly Saunders. All of these. Jennifer Grey out of 30. So I think out of 15
just-
is the lowest one, right?
No one puts baby in the corner, Mark.
Or out of 10. The Carmen out of 10. Pete Weber.
Do they have any fans? Like, if that was Pete Weber the bowler and it was the gif of him saying, "Who do you think you are?"
I am. Yeah. That'd be way better.
I got a video of Dave saying that in a leather jacket.
Is it? Can I see? Hold on. Like, if I can
That's the
leave.
best. That's the best, man.
It's funny because it's true.
Here we go. No, I've sold some here. So Harrison Ford for 11, 14, 20, 22, 23.
We sold Cisco.
Oh,
26.
Cisco.
Yeah, I sold Cisco.
Oh,
27, 50. I made about 27.50. and I spent about $40.
But you're now probably gonna make up
Oh,
that extra $13.
Yeah.
On
Maybe.
Jamie Kennedy's.
On Jamie Kennedy, yeah.
So yeah. So there you go. Those are those packs. They are kind of worthless, guys. So just be careful.
No,
Those,
but Mark, this is going to lead us into, I think, a topic we do need to bring up to everybody is that wax has collapsed, right? The wax and pretty much any crypto you're into right now is just tanking, right, gang?
mm-hmm.
Now, the thing is, when this happens, there are opportunities for buys. Now, I think a lot of them have already been swept up by people who were buying as it was crashing. But I still think there's opportunities to buy it and get some of these redeemables. I don't think it's a smart idea to just hold on to your wax right now.
No,
I don't think that's
certainly
something I would be doing. I'd put it into maybe a redeemable that kind of came down a little bit in price. And Mark, let's take a look at these redeemables real quick.
Yeah, because I have some wax right now, Doug, and I was going to buy. I bought some stuff earlier today, and I was going to buy some more. I don't know if I'll do it live, but we'll look at it. Is there a certain Funko or Hot Wheel you want me to take a look at? Or?
I'd love to start. I'd love to start with the cheap ones I'm looking at. So I'd love to start with Chucky there with the Nickelodeon. Now I don't care for this one at all. I think it's really stupid, but I think this one's probably has the best chance, in my opinion, to have gone down a little bit with the price of wax. I think it kind of came down with it. Oh wow!
Arnold took a dip.
Chucky out here living, man. That's ridiculous.
I actually didn't mind this Arnold because it was different. He had the slime on him, right?
I know. I don't mind Arnold at all. I like Arnold.
I was thinking about Doug. Should I buy an Arnold right now? Is that crazy?
Let's see what
Let's
else
keep
now.
looking now. Let's not, Mark. Let's shop around.
Don't
Right,
don't buy
itchy
the first,
trigger finger
don't
right
buy the
here.
first
Look at
car
me.
you see, Mark.
Should I buy packs? Oh man, I don't even know. Oh, let's talk about these things. All right.
Why not buy some packs? Hey, shit, Transformer packs. Hey, here's the thing. Check out what's the price of like a Transformer? What's the price of a pack? See, this is the thing you have to do, Mark. Where's your dollar best spent?
You might be able to buy a Devastator.
Standard pack's 25. Premium pack should be 75. Yeah, okay, 75. So
Whoa,
premium and standard makes sense. They're equal.
I'm not
But if I just wanted to buy a redeemable straight up, oh whoops, I didn't mean to do that. I'm over clicking here.
Mark, you're so excited because you got all this money. You're burning a hole in your pocket.
I'm worried it's gonna go down more.
once you sell all your Jamie Kennedys.
Right.
Wow.
60.
Okay.
So sideswipe, I'd rather buy a sideswipe. Probably at 60.
Or a Rumble.
Right?
I mean, $63. Wow.
I'd rather buy that. Yeah, I legitimately
Over Arnold?
rather buy that.
Over Arnold?
I like the Transformer.
Almost a
But
Devastator.
Mark, I will say Arnold is probably the one I like out of the cheapies as far as like just personal. Looks a little different. It's kind of cool. Got some slime on him. You can market that a little easier.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Did I sell the Ember? Yes, I sold my Ember. Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
So yeah, gonna turn one into 3. 1 into 3 is kind of the goal. So I already bought a Bob Ross. So we're gonna get a couple more.
So here's the thing, Mark. I will say this about Arnold, and I just checked it, and I probably need to check again. But Arnold has a Funko already. Now these are rookies, so we're talking rookie sideswipe, rookie Rumble. I want to check Bluto. If it's me, I'm checking Bluto.
Mm-hmm.
I'm checking Flash Gordon. Checking on those guys. How are we doing over here? You know what I mean? Like that's the thing. You have to check. And where do you want to go? I mean,
only $70 for Flash.
Bluto's pretty
Bluto,
Flash,
83.
Flash jumped to 70. Mark, click on Flash. He had a pretty low run for a while because I was buying Flash pretty low, I thought.
Flash was 60s, got up to 70. Oh, this is just a month. Give me it all.
I don't think I paid 70 for it.
No, Doug, it was down to $36,
Okay.
40.
All right.
I mean, the first 2 months, it really didn't break 50. And then what was the date? March 24th, it kind of took off and never stopped. So it went from 70 from then on. But before that, yeah, we were paying $50 or less.
Okay, I was gonna say I got him cheap. Okay, that made sense. I was like, I can't imagine.
No, it's like I didn't pay that.
Not.
Yeah, because I have one. I'm like, I didn't do that. No, like
So again, this is one to look at. I think Flash is maybe too high. I do like him. He's too high. Bluto, sub 90 is a decent price. It's a decent price, but is it $20 better than a sideswipe or a Rumble? No, probably not. And I think, and who's the other set who's going to come to fruition soon here?
Star Trek.
Is it
Star Trek?
No, Star Trek just
came to fruition.
But it was Star Trek, Bob Ross, Nickelodeon, and Transformers then, right? Oh, Scooby. We're talking Scooby or no?
Scooby. Now let's move to Scooby. Let's move. Oh, so Transformers, the tokens have already been redeemed, correct or no?
Transformers, no.
Star Trek.
No.
Star Trek.
Star Trek.
Star
yes.
Trek.
Yeah.
The tokens are redeemed. Okay. So let's
And
see Scooby-Doo now.
Bob Ross is going on right now. So.
Whoa,
This is why I don't list my redeemables,
Oh,
even
which
if I'm not,
doctor?
even if I'm on the fence about selling. Like,
Soda.
I have none of my legendaries listed because I don't want something like this to happen where I accidentally sell it for
Right.
$80. I just don't want that to
Oh,
happen.
yeah.
but
all
the
mine
thing
are
is-
sitting in my drop wallet.
Yeah,
Yes.
but I think it's at the same time, like I have all mine, I move them all to my drop wallet. But it's kind of like we saw the prices go down as well on these others. So it's kind of like, it's not a ton, but yeah, it's like, okay, maybe you could have sold it for $10 more. Well, some of these others came down too. So, I mean, I really not going to sweat it too much when you know it's already down. I mean, I guess, okay, never mind, because it's just dropping like 10% in a night. So I guess you do have to pay attention to that. 10% is a lot. So we back off on
This
that.
is
10%.
this is one of those things though. So wouldn't you then, like most likely, wouldn't the smart thing to do for you, and I mean this seriously, to buy another Bob Ross, turn that into cash as quickly as possible. The volatility of wax is kind of messing things up here in this market. So if you could secure Bob Ross at a relatively low price, knowing that you're going to be able to redeem him before the holidays, he's going to be coming in next. I do it. I don't have a shipping on my Iron Maiden or anything, but I assume they're going to start shipping these things out pretty soon. So
Yeah,
that's where I'm at.
I hope so. We're waiting. Let's take a look at the tokens. 93 for the pink can, and then 98 for the palette. And then Freddy Funko royalties coming in at 108. So all about 100, a little over, 90 to 110, something like that.
And you said there's 700 of them?
700.
It's so low.
And the palette, 700. Yeah.
Okay, well then here, let me counter this. What is the big boy grail? He's about 700.
Oh, on
To go
eBay?
for on eBay. Yeah. It's listed. I'd look at listed, not even sold. I see what's the market on, because these move so fast. So I'd be like, well, are people still looking at these? You're looking at solds. What I would do, Mark, is instead of solds, the way the market's moved, 200, okay, 650, okay, 49, okay. See, okay, that's
Wow.
These two? What are we looking at?
I'm saying 1,338 pieces. He's dumb.
Wow, those
It's
are
not a grail.
lower than I thought.
That's a shake. The grail's the one with the
Oh
hammer.
yeah, that's not the right one. This one, this top one, 250. This is
250.
240, 250.
So, and that's big boy, So imagine spending 90 for the Bob Ross. You're tripling up. If it stays, and I'm thinking Bob Ross might be a little hotter than this. I'm not saying it's a bad, but I think it'll be a little hotter than this.
Yeah. No, and was it Unpro? Like Unpro, you like the royalty just because you could avoid Bob Ross and you're just getting Freddy and you're not, People kind of hate Bob Ross, but the thing with the Freddy is there's so many more of them. It's out of 1,449, so they actually, a lot of people complete those sets apparently. So, and this is kind of half, so we'll see.
Yeah, I still think there's gonna be enough Bob Ross buyers. I was thinking about it like if it was gonna be a high redemption, like if the redemption percents were super high, that maybe the amount of pops would outnumber the buyers, the people who'd buy Bob Ross because of all the stuff going on. I don't think it's gonna. I think it's too low. I think that's just far too low of a number, and I think there's gonna be more buyers than there are pops. So I think we're gonna see a run. I mean, at least a run up. Let's say at the secondary market.
Yeah. I think they're going to be interesting too. Just like when you see them in hand, because they have like the paint splatter and all this, it's a little bit
Like them.
different. You know what I mean? Not just, it's not boring,
No, I like them a lot. I think they're fantastic looking, and that's part of it too, right? Character matters, and then of course they can't just look like shit.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Let's take a quick look, since we did all these redeemables. There's Wax. Oh, so we've been here before. That's the other thing I wanted to say. So when I was buying tops, baseball and stuff like that, yeah, wax was 15,
That's what it was.
16,
That's what I'm
14
saying,
cents.
yeah.
So this didn't. I'm not too concerned. I don't know. Maybe I should be more, but it's kind of like, we've been here before. Stay in the physicals, and you're gonna be fine because there's a floor to all of these. So it's kind of like, when the drop hits, someone always sweeps the floor. People who didn't change their pricing, we always go right back up. So Keep an eye on that.
Lounger brings up a point that I wanted to make, is that if you are trying to fill out a royalty set, and maybe you're like in my instance, I'm trying to fill out my my Nickelodeon royalty set. I still have like 4 or 5 epics. Before they're at $30, $35, $40. Like, now's a chance to get them at a discount.
I'll share a little story with you. So last week, someone hit me up on the Discord. Was like, hey, like I'm just 1 epic away. Can anybody help me out? Like, I just need this 1 epic. Whatever. I don't have any wax. Like I just can't get to it. Whatever. I understand because Banks, it's just hard to buy wax. So sure. So this guy, man, I got you. Just Venmo me the money. I'll just transfer you it. No, I got one. I'll just buy one on my own. I'm sure I'll sell some more stuff. I'll replace my wax. Don't worry. I'll be able to buy it. So I sent him it. Bought it. I sent him the one I had, and he paid me what the price was, which was $20. Now it's $14. So there you go. I made $6 just for being a good person. So
that's karma, Mark.
That's karma.
So be a good person is what Mark's saying. That's the
so
story.
there's my
Nice.
story. So there
Nice
you go.
to see.
So and then I bought it back today, and I have extra money in my pocket. So.
But yeah, so like if you're able to easily buy wax with US dollar or sell crypto or something like that to kind of put money directly into your wax account instead of selling your own stuff at a discounted rate, like now would be a time to maybe fill out like a set or buy your legendary straight up if the price is right. Like if you have expendable income, like it's a good time to get in.
Absolutely. If you can get the money to get a full royalty set, now's the time. And do it same day. Don't mess around. Put your money in and buy it. Because, you're like, all these prices won't go down. But, man, just compare it to, like, how much you spent to fill out your royalty, right? I got a full price Funko for this much. So,
Mark, the only thing I'll say is focusing on Funkos, I think, smart. But there's also, have we seen how the redeemables for Hot Wheels are doing?
No, I was just like, I want to look. Because I last saw they were, like, a Aristorat was, like, 28 or something.
Yeah,
I almost thought about buying 3 of them. But then I was like, I don't want to wait so long. Sorry. I need to do
Twin Mill's $11, Mark.
Yeah.
Now it's 11. Now it's 11, guys. But it's a hot one.
29. Okay, so someone bought. So the floor, it did hit like 28 early in the day. Someone scoops all of those up, and here we go. We're back up to this. It happens all the time, guys. These physicals definitely have a floor that they don't go below. So don't worry about crypto crash and buy these physicals. These will hold. So
yeah. Well, that's the thing, right? So, okay. Good point, Mark. So we're talking like, where do you put your money? Well, like, let's say you just have a high wax fucking balance. Well, you're right. Throw it into a damn physical, even if you don't plan on keeping the physical. Throw it in there while you're waiting to see what to do with it, because it's relatively simple to sell a redeemable as well. Like they sell a few a day at least on some of them, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, few a day at least. These move. People know about these redeemables now, and it's Hot Wheels and Funko. It's not something no name stuff. So yeah, about one every few minutes, every half hour. It goes back.
So here's my other point to make about the custom auto then, right? So we're looking at it. Okay, is it a smart investment? Is it something? You gotta look at custom autos as far as like there are other cars, and that's kind of what I did to break down the twin mill, right? You guys remember when I was doing the twin mill, I was looking at that, what they got going. Well, there are custom autos out there, same thing as the twin mill, I was breaking it down, that have sold, that are a more limited vintage, they're more limited than regular Hot Wheels, that have sold for a premium around $100. So and that's not nearly as limited as these that are, what does it say, 1,500 max. Yep. So if those sold for 100 and there's 1,500 of these, it stands a reason that these should perform at least as well as those. And at $30, I'm talking about getting $100. I don't see this being a bad idea. And if these take off even higher, you're doing even better. I just don't know.
Yep.
And
I see my shit shipped.
Yeah, and it's like a risk thing too. It's only $30, $60. You want to buy 1 or 2. I mean, that's it's worth dipping your toe in the pool, see what's up. And the Hot Wheels team, it seems to be kind of a mess with some of these shipment things. But hey, they're working on it. The second one's going to be better, right?
What's even the point of us redeeming our Series 1 redeemables? What was it, like two months ago?
They put a timeline on. Yeah, I mean,
I have no. I haven't gotten any messages or anything. Should I expect any? I don't know. I'm assuming they're building these now. I don't know.
They don't know what they're doing. They're like, how do we ship?
Yeah.
We deleted the master list. We have no idea where we're shipping things. It'll burn every single time.
Please fill this out again. But yeah, I think the next one will go smoother. It has to, right? They can't screw that up.
But guys, this adds to that though. That adds to these. Like, the original Series 1, okay, that adds to that value already because they're fucking up. The risk, the kind of fun risk a little bit, and I think it's going to keep the price down, but when they hit, they'll go up because people aren't going to want to play these games. They're going to want the actual physical car, and you've played the game for these people. What are they willing to pay you, though, for playing the game? And I don't know. It's going to be a pretty good amount, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Marginally. We're talking margins, of course.
Yeah, well, on Mars, I mean, I've been selling Mars. We're leaving Mars. But here you go. I have this, you can see my, you already own this NFT. So yeah, guys, we talk about these collectibles. Yeah, I'm in it. We're not messing around. So that's anything else you want to talk about with wax? Anything else you guys got in mind? You want to wax eloquently about?
I think we just did.
I think we waxed it all.
Yeah.
All
It's
right.
always the redeemables, guys. Always the redeemables. Always keep an eye on those. I think that's our main thing.
Exactly.
And it's what we talk about with trading cards. Keep your head on a swivel there. Like with CGC, I said at the beginning of the show, and I'm gonna say it again here as we end the show to kind of remind people. Look, I'm buying cards now at 3 months ago. I was like, no fucking way I'm buying these things. No way I'm buying these things. I'm not interested. None of this stuff makes sense to me. That I'm buying now, and I'm like, holy smokes, send them to CGC. There's a market for these through CGC that I wasn't even investigating, or maybe didn't even exist 3 months ago. And now it's this big explosion, and I can get in with a pretty heavy percentage of listings being mine when I get them back. Yeah, it's a wild time, guys. So keep your eyes open.
Yeah, and absolutely, Lounge, you're right. If you're gonna do build the set like that, build the set towards the physical. So that's fine, you know, if you want to buy a bunch of NFTs, but make sure you fill out the set. Don't leave yourself 5 short. That'd be the worst. The week before, you're stuck. Corvette, I like the Corvette. I like how it looks. We'll see how it sells and stuff like that. Doug, you want to update some people on Kickstarters?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, Cryptic. So they're doing a giveaway to everybody now. Everybody
Yeah, how about that, Doug? That was like we were talking about the last giveaway. We were disappointed we weren't in it. There was a little talk in the Discord, and Tanner's like, "Oh, I understand your point. You know, but it's kind of like we got a reward, blah blah blah." I get it. You know, it's kind of a push and pull. You got to do a little bit for everybody. But here you go, guys. 6 days left. We'll just round this up. 1,100 backers. 674,000. So it looks like it can be right around 700K. You think they'll hit 700K?
Hey, man, we're grinding. I don't know. We're grinding towards it. I don't know.
That'll be close. But that's plenty to run a game. So the updates have been good. You're going to get promos and stuff. So, again, I feel comfortable with this. There's nothing that makes me really worried about it.
No,
we'll
I like
see
it.
how
No,
it goes. I know they got a lot of competition. Hey, everybody does. So we'll see how this goes. The next one is Otherverse, and we talked about this last week. This one has more money, and I think it has more to do with the rarity of the tiers because we have the less backers, a considerable amount, like 200, 300 less backers, right? So people are putting more in per person. I think that has to do with the boxes and things like that. Am I personally? No, I kind of balance it out, where I'm not really doing a crazy amount in these. But again, it seems like they have some interesting cards. Seems like they have a chance. Seems like there's some interest in the game. You could obviously see by, people putting money in it. And it comes out later than everything else. So you might have an itch. Early 2023. And here you go. This will scratch it.
Yeah, I mean, it looks good. I think the cards are looking good. The art's starting to look good. Saturday, now for those of you who were paying attention, Saturday they added a add-on, which was the blister packs. The booster packs, I'm sorry. Or blisters. I don't remember, but they were Kickstarter.
Blister packs, yeah.
At $7 a pop. So $7 a pop. And that was for the people, he made a point like, look, this is for the people who didn't get in on the boxes early on. He's like, don't worry, it's not changing the print run or anything. This was pre-planned. We're going to have these sitting aside for people who want to get in. Missed the beginning of the thing because they were sold out very quickly as far as boosters were concerned, right? So this was a great opportunity. I like it. I think this will probably do fine as well. I think Cryptic will do fine. I don't see them imploding, and I think they have cards people are going to like. Like, the art looks pretty good on this. They look great on Cryptic. Sorcery, I'm going to have to say the same thing. I don't have any concern about them. Nostalgics, there were some concerns early on, but I think they got through their growing pains and they're making things now. Grand Archive, perhaps you could still have some concerns about them hitting targets and tightening those as well. But yeah, man, I feel confident. I mean, we're going to get these. We're going to let the market kind of sort out what they want. I think there's room for Otherverse. I think there's room for Cryptic. I think there's room for Sorcery, at least early on. Eventually, market will tell us who wins, but that's it.
Oh, and they hit the kind of magic you got a decent chunk of change where you're going to be able to produce some good looking stuff, like where you're gonna kind of be able to do kind of your plan. I think with that amount of money for your first or Kickstarter and first edition, right? So it's with them executing now. You got the money, you got to execute. So that's what's kind of nice is I think these are enough money. It's not like 200,000 or 300,000 where you're kind of like, man, after fees and stuff, you're really gonna be cutting it tight. It's like, no, man, you're gonna be able to get through it, some stuff. So but you got to get to sell. So
and yeah, absolutely. I think these Kickstarters will be dope, and we'll keep an eye on it. But one thing I want to get on in before we signed off here, gang, is for those of you in the chat right now who are just hanging out with us in the chat. Are you guys on Whatnot? Like, we're curious because we joined Whatnot, right? We've been approved for the Whatnot live streamers. The three of us are going to be on and stuff, selling cards and whatnot, if you will. But I'm curious for those of you on the Whatnot. Like, what do you guys like? Do you like auctions straight up where you see what's going on? Or Matt, do you like mystery packs? Like the ones where it's a bubble mailer, you're like, here's the floor price, here's the ceiling price, everybody picks a number, you get the bubble mailer that coincides with it. Matt, I know for me, a guy who likes playing the numbers.
You're a gambler?
I'd probably like him. Yeah, I'd probably like a mystery pack.
If I have an idea of what the absolute worst case scenario and what the absolute best case scenario is, with no funny business in between, I like a good game of roulette, but
that's what I'm saying.
It depends on what I'm trying to get out of it. If I just kind of want to have a good time and throw some money around and buy a card that I know is not going to be terrible.
Yeah. But people, I never used it. I don't do Whatnot. Unprocessed, he watches it far less now. Is there a reason you watch it far less? Just, did you get burned or anything, or it just got boring? And I'm curious, kind of like mystery pack, Doug. Do you know what the pack is? No idea what Whatnot is. Okay, I think there's a lot of people who have no idea about Whatnot, and that's kind of this interesting thing.
Dude, the Whatnot, there's a lot of Whatnot streamers who they're like yelling, like as they're doing it, they're yelling at you. Mark, like you said, it's like that guy from that stock show, Kramer.
Jim Kramer. I like Jim Kramer. He's all right.
It's like, chill, bro.
He's annoying,
just take a step back. Don't yell at people. Like, I was watching, I'm like, man. But look, there are a lot of people out to use it, like a lot of people on it, which blows my mind that's a whole new thing out there. You got to be up on that if you're gonna be doing eBay and doing all these things, because look, some of these guys are getting decent prices on shit.
Yeah,
just blowing my mind as well. Like, it's all become so crazy from when we started doing this, like in April of last year. Like, everything's become crazy.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think we have kind of an interesting kind of show and a kind of idea of what's really worth something, because I think a lot of people are kind of hyping up crap. Like, here's a 10-cent card. Oh my God, you pulled this foil. Look, it's like, dude, this is shit, man. I mean, let's be honest with them a little bit. I think ours would be a little bit better.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean, if ours is a mystery packet, a mystery bubble mail, I think it's most likely going to be either all slabs or mostly slabs. And I'd like to do MetaZoo. I think I'd start with MetaZoo. My CGCs, I got some perfects. I got some perfect 10s from CGC from MetaZoo I could throw in. I think that'd be fun, right? Give people a chance to get a perfect 10 for like $50. I think that's the part that would intrigue me about it, right? Is be like, okay, I got $50. I don't have the money to buy a perfect 10 to add to my collection, but I want to have a dope collection. I think if that was me, a younger me, I'd probably get involved in the mystery bubble mailer thing where, like, you pick a number, you get the slab in there. No matter what it is, it's yours. I think that'd be for me a young collector.
And definitely, kind of the chance of it. You know what I mean? Like, that's the $50. That's, you get a chance at getting something huge. Like the 50-50 raffle at the Cubs game or something like that. Yeah, I get it. I get the appeal of it. I definitely do. I understand it. So. Especially if you get a chance to get a perfect 10 like MetaZoo card or something like that. That makes sense to me.
Well, right. That's what I mean. Like, you could build your collection just throwing $50 instead of 400 or whatever the fuck.
And I think a lot of people don't know about the stuff we know about. So it's like we talk about these digital Funkos guys, but there's a lot of the world that is just clueless. So.
Yeah, shit. What the fuck? Hot Wheels too, man.
Yeah, Hot Wheels. Like, what is this shit? So it'll be interesting. This looks like Gideon. I don't know much about Magic, but yeah. I believe it. Show. Yeah. All right.
All right, man. Hey,
that's it. I guess not too many people watch Whatnot on it, but I don't watch it either. So that's kind of one of those things. I get.
They're a different group, man. They're younger. That's a younger.
Is it a Zoomer thing? Yeah. Okay.
You gotta get young, bro. You gotta get like me and Matt, young, couple young men.
Yeah, a couple of young guys.
Ooh.
All right.
Old man Mark over here, you know, telling us to get off
Let's
the
get
lawn.
it. Oh man, I just removed my face tattoo. I'll put that back on.
Put that right back on, Mark. Slap that on.
Is that still a thing now? I don't even know.
Unlaser it.
Yeah, why not?
We can't get rid of them, right? I guess you're kind of stuck with it.
No.
Yeah. Okay. Well. Yeah. Well, Doug, it'll be interesting. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. But I think. Yeah. I think people will like it.
Good times.
All right.
All right,
yeah,
guys.
What's up?
I know. I said, all right, guys. Good show, man. Good work.
I'm on Team Old Man. Yeah.
Same.
Yeah. Well.
Same.
Well, maybe that's what's going to set you apart in Zoomer world is, you know, they need a little bit more wise advice here instead of, oh my God, just yelling at people, bye. I will do the bye button.
Yeah.
We'll do that. All right, awesome, dude. I got nothing left. I mean, we already pulled the big one in the Leaf, so I mean, I guess we could say it again. I mean, we got so many.
We've already done. We've pulled the big one.
Yeah, I mean,
Mark did.
Oh man, it's gonna be huge. But yeah, guys, we'll be back Wednesday. You know, hopefully we'll have some more drops announced. If not, guys, like I said, look through your collection. You know, take a look at these CGC prices. Maybe you got it sitting on a Pokemon card. You're like, yeah, time to send that bad boy in. You know, think about it.
Absolutely, bro.
All right, guys, and as we always say to end the show,
Pull
the big one.
one.
All right,
Okay.
peace, guys. Thanks for stopping by, everybody. We will see you on Wednesday. Peace.